welcome to Angie's Loc Life. It has been a while, I know. Life, kids, the world, it happens. You know how it goes. I'm 23 months locked now, so I got a retie on Sunday, which made me want to do a video. So shout out to Sasha who did my retie. She did her own installation, so even though she's actually not a loctician, I just felt that I was in good hands because she's literally done her own head from scratch about 3 months ago, and it looks amazing. She also owns a hair company. I cannot remember the name of the products or the name of the brand, but I'll post it down in the description box. So yeah, I feel like she did a really good job. I feel like it looks just as good as any retie that I've ever had from a certified loctician. So from my original loctician to, I have a few now that I can go to, which means that I can work it better into my schedule and make it fit around me more. So I've got a few that I've been to, but in all honesty, I think Sasha did a really good job. So she is at the moment just trying to, she's just trying to get her portfolio and her pictures together so that she can start doing it for, like, professionally for people. So I was more than happy to oblige, and as I said, I think she's done a really good job, and my head looks fresh again. It was looking really stale the roots were puffing up a few days ago, so but now it's back on track. So yeah, so 23 months in, my hair has obviously grown quite a lot. I got some nice pictures of the back that she took, because I don't often have pictures of the back, but she took these for her portfolio, so you can really see how far my hair has come from those early days. My dye has obviously grown out quite a lot, so you can see lots of black in it at the moment. I don't really mind the black. I still think the ends are really brassy, and it's been on my to-do list for forever to get a rinse on the ends. And I keep saying I'm going to do this. Because I do think it's quite brash, and actually looking at those videos that she took of the back kind of highlights that it is quite brash, but it will get done at some point. But I still like the colour, but I just think it could do with being less brash at the front, which I've mentioned many times before when I've said that I need to get a rinse put on. So generally with my hair, it's that thing of not really looking or bothering with it too much, and then the reties feel like they come round really quickly, so I get them done every 6 weeks. And obviously at the beginning I was kind of in anticipation of my reties, because every retie meant it was growing, whereas now the reties come and I'm like, oh my god, I need to get a retie. So it comes around very quickly because I'm just not really thinking that much about it. So yeah, I'm happy with where I've got to in length. My 2-year anniversary is coming up next month, so I am nearly 2 years deep into the whole lock journey. I still have my struggle with my scalp. I need to take it seriously, and I really don't. At the moment, my workaround for my scalp issues is basically to make sure that when I'm washing my hair, so first of all I have to wash my hair at least once a week, otherwise I get lots of flakes. When I wash my hair, if I don't get my nails in, then sometimes I'll have build up in the scalp. So I really have to make sure that I really lift and remove any kind of build up on my scalp from my kind of undiagnosed scalp dermatitis that I have. So that's my kind of fix for the problem. But what I need to do is get some medicated shampoo. So if any of you guys are using any medicated shampoos that you think is a good one, let me know. One thing I found with oils is that oils are good for masking the problem. So if I had to go somewhere and my scalp was looking a bit flaky, if I put some oil on, that is great, but it doesn't actually fix the problem. You know, all those kind of menthol oils out there, I've not really found any that fix the problem. I think my loctician recommended one, which I haven't yet tried, but my general, because I've tried a lot of oils, what I find is that they're great for masking it, they're great for covering it up. Like if you don't want, you know, if you want to hide the white dry look, it's great for that. But I don't think that fixes the problem. I think I need to find a medicated shampoo that actually fixes it and gets rid of it once and for all, if that's possible. It's definitely, I would say, to anyone starting out on the journey, it's definitely worth sticking with it. 2 years, obviously I'm not quite there yet, but 2 years is definitely a good place in the journey, I think, for most people. And if you diet, I would say you need to moisturize. This is my hair quite dry. I would normally put some moisturizer on, but I haven't put anything on, so it does look probably extra dry than it normally does. And the black sections definitely look a lot more, this looks like a cute hairstyle actually. The black sections definitely look a lot more healthy, I think, than my bleached ends. So I think to anyone that is going to bleach, I think you have to accept that it does, it does make your hair a little bit less healthy than it otherwise would be. But the colour does, I do like the colour. The colour does make it a bit more interesting than the black. Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot more to say. I've obviously got my 2-year locaversary video coming up, which I'll kind of collate some pictures and videos of the last year. Gosh, last year, it's gone so quickly. And I'll probably add to the video that I did the first time. I'll knock something up so that you can review the journey. But yeah, I guess the main thing is for you guys to see where my hair is, with me not having updated for such a long time. You can really see the progress actually. So it's come a long way from where I started. I look back at those starting pictures now and I honestly think, gosh, I really didn't have... I think there was just a lot more face than hair at the beginning, and now I feel like there's more of a balance. And yeah, still loving the freedom of being ready to go without spending too much time in it, which is great because I never have time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a quick update just to say I've got a fresh retie, it's looking decent, and I'm 23 months locked and still loving my locks. So if you're thinking about getting Sisterlocks, I urge you to definitely go ahead and do it. If you're new to my channel, go back and have a look at my beginning videos. I've definitely seen a lot of growth with my locks, even with, perhaps losing a few tips. I'm certain I've probably lost a few of the tips because I've dyed it, because I definitely dyed more than that on that one. And there's a few where I'm like, I've dyed, clearly the dye has broken off at some stage, because that one would have had some dye on the end at one stage. But I think even with the dye kind of being unhealthy, I've still retained far more length than I would do if I was a loose natural. So you do get some breakage with the dye, but I think it's still, hair growth wise, if you look back at my beginning videos, it's still a massive difference. So just working in some moisture, just so you can see the difference in the way the hair looks when there's a bit of moisture on it. Because I've really not put anything in it since I washed it. On Sunday morning. So I think when I put a bit of water and a bit of cream moisturizer in, it does look a lot less dry. So normally, this probably isn't going to cut it, because normally what I would do is I would spray it a bit more, put the moisturizer in. So I really prefer my side parts to my middle part. I'm not the biggest middle part fan. And actually I think the dye means that I've got more curls on my hair. So my ends have opened up slightly with the dye, but that's okay. I just noticed that the texture is loose where the bleach is on the hair compared to pre-bleach. A few greys in there, raising my stubborn greys, making an appearance. But yeah, so when I put some moisturiser in it, it does look slightly better. And slightly less puffy, I guess. So one thing that Sasha mentioned is that my grid is still very visible, which you can see from the pictures I posted earlier. I think you care less about the grid when you're this far into the journey. And I'm not really one to do lots of hairstyles where the grid is important, but it's nice to know that it's still intact. But yeah, that's pretty much where I am. I'm going to do a video soon on some lock bombs that I bought, and as I said, I'm going to post on my 2-year anniversary because we have to commemorate that moment. And I've also got to update on my daughter's locks because her locks have really grown as well. So look out for more videos. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and go back and watch all my other videos because my hair has grown and it's worth looking at that difference. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.